Warning: the following podcast, which contains strong language and mature content, is unsuitable for children or for the faint of heart. The subject matter discussed will be frightening and graphic in nature. Listener discretion is advised.
When you wanna hear about the paranormal, you get the Spooked Girls. True crime that makes you hypothermal. With the three Spooked Girls, stabby snippets will give you dreams. Tara and Jessica will make you along with the Spooked Girls. Bring on the slaughter, we on that haunted ground. The three Spooked Girls.
Hey there, Spooksters, and welcome back to another episode here on Three Spooked Girls. My name is Jessica, and as always, I'm joined by my favorite gal pal, Tara.
Hey, Spooksters.
And today we are doing another Vital Conversations. So we have a returning guest who was actually, I believe, our very first interview we ever did. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
One Sarah Turney. So, hi, Sarah.
Hi, Spooksters. I feel like I already messed up. Hello, Spooksters.
Love it.
We are so glad you have come back and joined us today. If you want to catch the original episode we did with Sarah, it is episode 174. And I'm going to let you kind of give us a little bit of background on like why you're in like the public space and why people know your name.
Yeah. So my name's Sarah Turney. I have a missing sister named Alyssa Turney. She went missing in 2001 when she was 17 and I was 12. And to keep a very, very long story somewhat short, essentially at a certain point, the police came to me and said, "We believe your father is responsible for your sister's disappearance. We can't arrest him at this time. You should get media." And that's how I got into true crime. I said, okay, I guess I'll get media, whatever that means. And I started begging wonderful people like yourselves to cover Alyssa's case. Since then, of course, a lot has happened. He was arrested in 2020 and later acquitted in July 2023. So yeah, it's a whole new world right now with Alyssa, but that is essentially why I'm here in true crime.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster for us, like watching this kind of unfold, because I believe you were on the podcast before his arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he was arrested, both Tara and I were like, yes, we're so excited for Sarah, because this is like, you know, it's moving forward and getting injustice for your sister. So we're here for your journey with whatever.
Oh, thank you.
For you. So yeah. Tell us a little bit about your kind of like your podcast, like what you do within the social media. Break that down for us a little more.
Oh, yeah, I do have a podcast. My whole podcast network now, actually. It's called Voices for Justice Media. And of course, my first show is Voices for Justice that I started in 2019 just to get my sister's story out there. And of course, you know, by the time March 2020 came around, I was like, what is this TikTok thing? I searched in true crime and not a lot came up. You know, by far, I was not the first true crime TikToker, but there wasn't a lot on there when I started. And I thought, I think there's a market for this. And, you know, TikTok was the only social media platform that I had not used at that point. And so I was extremely mortified and so embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed. Like, I feel like all my TikTok videos are cringy, but I posted one anyway. And I got very lucky. I got very viral and essentially pretty fast. I gained about 1 million followers over there. So I have my show Voices for Justice. I started the TikTok and that really helped propel me into a larger space here. And most recently, I debuted the newest podcast from Voices for Justice Media, and that's called Media Pressure. And that feed is designed to highlight cases that have either been greatly affected by media pressure or are in great need of media pressure. So I was so excited. Season 1 features Maura Murray as told by her sister Julie in a way that nobody's ever heard before. And we were so lucky and grateful to hit #1, and it was so exciting. And yeah, I want to do all the things, but that is a short overview of how I got here.
Awesome. I mean, it's been amazing to watch your journey because it's one of those where, when we heard your sister story, when we heard Alyssa's story, it hit us hard because it's like Tara and I are basically sisters. And if we lost one another, it'd be terrible. So we love what you've done, and we've loved how you've given voices to those who need it. Because a lot of times, if it isn't like a flashy story, it doesn't get picked up. It's just really unfortunate because there's so many people who are affected by true crime every day, and their stories don't get told. So thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to go on to the fun part of this show. We have decided, normally in Vital Conversations is a little bit more like in depth, but we decided this like Spooktober season, we were going to do some trivia. Yeah. Just so you know, I am the ranking champion of trivia. So
and she doesn't get to see beforehand, I promise.
I have no idea.
Sure.
I literally, the outline you have is the outline I got. I was like, okay, trivia questions.
All right.
No,
Tara, tell us how we're playing.
All right. Okay. So because spooky season, we have 13 questions and there's no multiple choice. Write down your answer. We'll go through those. And at the end, I'll have you guys, I'll read you guys the answers and tally up and we'll see who wins.
Okay.
And there's a surprise for our trivia champion. So this is something Jess doesn't even know about. So we'll start with our first question, which oh my gosh. Okay. So Shelby from Scare You to Sleep was our guinea pig with this. And they both told me I made my questions too hard. So I tried to make it a little
so hard.
Everyone got 0. Congratulations.
It felt like there was this one moment where Shelby and I were just like staring at Tara like, we don't even.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
That's not a question. No one knows that answer, but that we have listeners that are like screaming at us like, you guys are idiots. This is the answer. We're sorry, we're failing you.
So
Halloween elitist.
Shit, I didn't even try to. I'm so sorry. But yeah, okay. All right. So our first question is: every Halloween, Charlie Brown helps his friend Linus wait for what character to appear?
And I'm just writing it down. I'm not saying it right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've like got the name of it wrong, but I got
you like contemplating life.
Like I'm sitting here like, what is the name of the special? And I'm like, no, nothing's coming to my mind.
All right. Number 2, pumpkins can be orange, white, green, and what other color? I had to fact check this one because I was like, for real? And yup.
I definitely put a question mark after my answer.
You're like, I don't know.
I'm going to say it with an inflection. This color?
Right.
I know. I put question mark.
All right. What U.S. state is it illegal to dress like a nun or a priest for Halloween?
I'm just going with gut reactions today. So like, whatever first pops into my head is going down.
Right.
I know. It's like, wait, which state does that sound appropriate for?
Wait, there's a whole section. All right. What is the number 1 city for trick-or-treating in the United States?
Oh.
It's one I was kind of like surprised by. I will say that. But it's like a real city.
I hope it's a real city.
Yeah. It's like a city. It's not like fucking like a
Halloween
suburb
town.
no one heard about. Right.
Which is just that town in Oregon, apparently.
Oh, I was thinking the movie.
Yeah. The movie, yeah.
There's really a town in Oregon that looks
they do a pop-up.
Like every year they make it look like Halloween Town.
I love that.
It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, so in 2004, the city of Hollywood banned the use of what party item on Halloween?
Don't know. So many question marks after my answers.
Well,
I know. I was like, I know the history of Halloween. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't know any of this.
Okay. Hopefully this one is easier. What costume does Lindsay Lohan's character Katie wear to the Halloween party in Mean Girls? Jess, you good? You just look very like deep.
No, I wrote it.
We're in
The
it.
actual thing popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh, this is what it is."
I had the picture of her. That's what I saw. I was like,
yeah.
How much is spent on pet costumes for Halloween annually?
No idea if this answer is right. My cats have costumes.
I have
wish my
drawer
cats
costumes.
would.
Yeah.
They're just bat wings, and they hate them. But
Yeah, I know. I'm like, do I want to try? Because I got a black cat last year. So I'm like, do I want to try bat wings or something like that? But he's a menace. He'll be like, hell no.
I have to give them
Mine love
treats.
that.
I have to be like, here. My dog loved costumes. I think
Yeah.
she felt pretty. She felt very pretty in them, but she did not. My cats do not like. They do not like costumes, which makes me sad.
George tolerates them. My corgi tolerates them, but after a while, he's just kind of like statue, and he's like, "Okay, we could take this off now."
It's because George will do anything for attention.
Oh,
The fact that you're putting a costume on him is like, oh, you're giving me attention. I'll do this, even though I hate it. I'll do it.
Oh yeah, he loves it. It's attention for him, so he's all good. What candy is dubbed the worst candy in the US? Like, which one's like people are like, ew, no. That's the number one grossest candy, which I was a weird kid because I would eat these and I'm like, I guess that tells me about me.
I guess I'm a weirdo.
It's fine. Number 9. The word witch comes from the Old English word Wicca. What does Wicca mean? And it's Wicce. Okay, number 10. What's the color order of a piece of candy corn from base to top?
That I knew.
I'm hoping I knew.
When I did that one, I was like, wait, I have to look this up just to be sure. I don't even know now. What year was the first Halloween card made? I know, I found weird ones. We all learn together.
I love education.
What is the name of the dance that skeletons are often depicted doing in old Halloween cartoons?
All I see is Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, with them like in the circle. Yes.
Yes.
All right, our last one. What color is the M&M's character that is a vampire in Halloween commercials?
Ooh, these are hard.
I know. She doesn't pick easy questions for us at all.
Well, because I got scared I'd pick like way too easy ones, and then it would just be like, I don't know. I'm weird. It's okay.
I was like, Halloween used to be called Samhain. Let's go. Like, I got this.
Yeah, we did
the last one. But that was funny because like when she did that, both Shelby and I were like,
how do we spell it? Damn it.
Well, that was one. We were like, how to spell it? But it was also like, is this too easy? Like, I feel like this is a trick question.
All right. So to go back through and give you guys the answers, what did you guys put for number 1?
Do we just scream it out?
Yeah.
I put Great Pumpkin.
Yes.
I put
correct.
the Great Pumpkin. Yeah.
Correct. Woo! Everybody gets points.
Yes.
Okay. What's the color that was left off? What's the other pumpkin color?
Pink.
Is it red?
It's blue.
What?
Oh,
I've never seen a blue pumpkin.
interesting.
Right?
Immediately to Google.
Yes. Okay, while you do that, what state did you guys pick for the nun and priest costumes?
Utah?
I put Alabama because I've been there.
Sarah got it right. Utah makes sense too.
Utah, I feel like they would just be angry about like religious icons.
There's a history there that makes sense. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what did you guys pick as your number 1 city for trick-or-treating?
I just stabbed in the dark and picked San Antonio. Don't know why.
Portland. I was like, what's a big city?
Right. San Francisco, apparently.
Oh.
Right?
Interesting.
Okay.
I know, because I was like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there, but I don't see it as like spooky or anything. But so what item did Hollywood ban in 2004?
I put poppers.
Oh, that's a good one. I put fake spider webs because apparently they've been killing birds. Not to be a downer, but don't put fake spider webs outside anymore. That's the trend. That's what I put.
Oh, shit.
That makes so much sense.
You were close. So apparently it is silly string.
Oh.
Just got tired of people shit, I guess.
Yeah.
If you put together both of our answers, it's silly string.
Basically the same. Yeah. All righty. What was Katie Heron's costume?
An ex-wife.
Oh, you got the exact title. I put the Bride of Frankenstein's Monster.
That's correct too. I will accept that answer too, because technically that's what it was. But yes, good job, guys. Good job. So how much do people spend on pet costumes?
Is it like, I may have misunderstood this. Was this like a cumulative answer or was it like each person spends?
Altogether.
$4 million I put.
I put $1 billion.
Like we both were like, it's got to be a big number.
It's gotta be
I
huge.
mean, yes, it is $300 million annually for just Halloween costumes. That's not including like normal stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta step it up. We gotta get to $1 billion. What are we doing here? Do we love our pets or not?
Okay, what was dubbed the worst Halloween candy in the US?
I put candy rolls.
Circus peanuts.
Oh.
The foam.
Oh.
I was that
Oh.
weird fucking
Who
kid that
does
liked
that? Blasphemy.
I was like, also, I forget that even exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless I
they're
see it
the
like at
Peeps
the
for
gas
Halloween.
station. I don't even know who does that for Halloween. Yeah. Like I'm trying to think with like taking my kid trick or
I
treating.
feel like this was like a multiple choice question because I don't think like if you were doing this like, Family Feud answer
it was
styles,
a survey.
like,
It was a
over
survey
it.
too. Like it's crazy. I'm like, where areas are buying those and still giving those to kids? Like,
I think
I'm
the older
sorry.
generation has some trauma, maybe. I think that's where that's coming from.
Right? It's gotta be. Oh my gosh. Okay. What did you guys put down for the meaning of the word wicca?
I put someone who practices magic.
I put women
Yes.
like a woman of nature.
Oh.
Close. So it means wise woman.
Oh,
I like
was like,
that.
I like that. Right? I know. I'm like, good. They deserve some hype finally. Jeez.
Exactly.
What's the color order for candy corn?
Orange, yellow, white.
I put white, yellow, orange. Oh, so it's the same. We just did it backwards, right? White, yellow,
Yeah.
orange.
So it's yellow, orange, white.
What?
Weird, rude.
Right?
corn's so
I know. I'm
silly.
like, it's just one of
I'm
those
like,
weird ones.
I'm looking it up right now.
You're like, give me a
Oh
picture.
my God,
I
it
need
is.
photo evidence. Is this the Mandela effect?
It is. Oh my God. Yes.
You
New
know-
Mandela effect unlocked. You're welcome.
I'm just like, well, you know what? It's because like we're taught that like things should go in like variant order. So like white is the lightest, then yellow, then orange.
Yeah.
It fucking threw us off.
Why wasn't it ombre? It missed a chance to be way ahead
I
of its
know.
time. Rude.
I'm sure there are some ombre ones out there. Like, they do like
Oh.
specials.
Yeah.
I
You
was
can
so
get 'em at
confident.
any
I was like, at
flavor.
least I got that one right. Yes.
Nope, we got nothing
at
right.
all.
It's okay. It's
I've gotten
okay.
2 right so far.
Well
2.
done. Well done. Okay. So what year did the first Halloween card get made?
I put 1952.
Oh my gosh, I put 1958 because I thought that was around the time that they started celebrating it in the White House. So I was like, oh, this seems close.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Because in our last one, that was a question. It was, when did they decorate it first? And that was right. But crazy. The first Halloween card was made in 1908.
Wow.
See, the other part of
Right?
me was thinking 1912 because everything goes back to the same year as the Titanic sunk, but that's just my brain.
So much was happening at that time. It's fair. I mean, we were
You have
growing
no idea.
rapidly.
Like the Titanic has been like brought up in so many conversations lately. My friend at work, Spencer, made me watch the SNL skit with the iceberg. If you have
Oh
not
my
seen
gosh.
it, it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. It's like on like the news segment, they like interview the iceberg.
I love it.
It was great.
Okay. What did you guys put down for the name of the dance?
Is it the Charleston?
Oh, that's
No.
smart. I just put skeleton dance.
It's called the skeleton dance.
I thought so. Yes.
What?
They don't do the
I thought it
Charleston.
was a
They
real
make it a
dance.
circle, Jessica. You need to watch it again.
I was
But
like,
I
I could
always
be
just
doing the
think of,
Charleston.
like-
I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm right. Like they're just
You
in
might
the-
be.
they're- I feel
No,
like
but
I'm
that's
right.
that's the
I'm like-
official name per Disney of the dance. I fact checked my questions, Jessica. Okay.
I know, but I'm still like Disney doesn't. Disney claims
okay.
things that have already existed.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I know.
You didn't do so great this time. We still love you.
I did not.
Alrighty. What is the color of the vampire M&M?
Is it yellow?
I put yellow too. Oh,
Is it the
red.
blue one? Oh,
No,
it's
it's
the
red.
red one.
red. Fine.
I feel like that was too. Like I thought about red, but I was like, that's too on the nose. Like vampire blood, red.
I just remember the yellow one's like the fun one. So I was like, it's probably him.
Yes, the peanut M&M.
He's the
I
best.
loved those 90 M&M commercials were like always my favorite. I loved them.
They were
I
light.
also love that in Christmas they still do the Santa one, and it's been around for like so many years. And I think about like there was like kids who were born that was like their first Christmas, so they've had it their whole life.
And the Hershey
That's-
Kiss Christmas, the Jingle Bells.
Oh yeah, I was so
Yes.
happy when they brought that because there was like a time where they took it away and then they brought it back, and I was like, this is nostalgic.
I
Brands know that we need comfort and nostalgia. They're like, here, life is terrible. Take this. Remember when it was good? Buy some Hershey's.
Right. And then I always buy Hershey's. I'm like, why did I buy Hershey's? I don't like Hershey's.
Yeah. You have
Like, I
like
don't-
one and you're like, that's good. That's fine.
You're like, I want to put you on a cookie, and like that's it, and then not eat the cookie because there's a Hershey Kiss on it.
It's too much chocolate.
Just like, no, thank you.
Oh my god. How many did you get correct, Sarah?
I wasn't keeping, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to keep track of that?
Yeah. I know you got at least a couple.
1, 2, 3,
And I can check for you too.
4. I think I got 4.
Well, Jessica got 2. So you currently
2.
are our trivia champ.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Jessica. I apologize. I take
It's
full
okay.
responsibility.
You've been dethroned.
It is totally fine. It's totally fine. Those were like I love that you were like, I went a little easier. And I'm like, those are still so hard.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay,
Yay.
so before we close out, we have one more thing we have to ask you.
Yeah.
We're asking everyone. Last Spooktober, we did this. We asked everyone what they'd bring on like a deserted island. So this year is candy corn, yay or nay?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Out of all the candy choices in the world, why would you choose candy corn? Let's be real. Absolutely not.
I love it. I love it.
That seems to have been the solid answer. Like
So
people
far,
are like,
yes.
nah. I'm like, that's like my one guilty like pleasure candy that I'm like, I love candy corn. I don't know why. I don't understand it, but it's fine.
It's our generation's circus peanuts.
It is.
It really is.
I also think like I've talked about this before, but it's like I love candy corn because it's something that like no one else is gonna like grab from me. It's like the snack that I can keep for myself. Like people will be like, I don't want that.
True.
I always have candy in my office for people. I even have like an M&M dispenser like that you pull down its arm and like candy comes out. So
oh my gosh. That's valid.
one
That's
will take my
valid. I
candy
love
corn.
that. Yeah. My partner used to buy ice cream that he knew I hated because he knew I wouldn't eat it. So yeah, it tracks.
I mean, I think on some level as humans, we all do that. Like we're like, I just want this to be mine. So I'm going to pick the thing you don't like so that I can enjoy it. Unfortunately, my ex-partner like loved anything sweet. So like, even if I had candy corn, he would eat it.
It was safe.
Nothing was safe. There was never sugar in our house because it wouldn't last long.
Not even the candy corn's safe.
Not even the candy corn is safe.
Nope.
Thank you so much for joining us today and whooping my butt at trivia. We are excited to have you here. And you talked about where people like the podcast network, but tell everyone where they can find you, all your handles, all that stuff.
Oh, sure. You can find me mostly under Sarah E. Turney across all platforms, or just look for Voices for Justice.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sarah. And we will be back next week with another episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.